joining me again today. So for today I've got day 10 and day 11 for you in my December Daily 2017 series. So let's start with this day 10. I've got this 6x8 photo which I'm going to use, which is the back of, which comes at the back of the day 9 big photo that I've used for day 9 of my tree. And I'm using this like this semicircle, that piece that came in the Elliott Woods 2017 December Daily 2017 kit. This is her main kit, and I'm thinking of using this piece here, which is the chipboard that also came in the kit. But I felt like it was a little bit too big, so I'm just going to be trimming this piece here, this red piece here, which is essentially the branding strip from the Hip Kit Club from December 2017, and I am gonna attach that at the bottom here so I have a bit more room to put number 10 on it. And I'm just using the actual original another piece from the pack, from that semicircle pack, to work out where to attach the piece. And then I am going to be trimming that using my scissors there. So that pair of scissors from Fiskars. I had the pair of scissors for quite a long time actually. I would say since I started scrapbooking like 10 years ago or more. So it's lasted me for a while. I even bought a spare one to just in case that one breaks, but it hasn't yet. So there you go. And now I'm just running that through my sewing machine. I'm using the red thread just so that it kind of matches the piece there, the paper piece. And now I am just putting glue onto the back of this 10 using the glossy accent. It's been working quite well for me. I've heard that there's a lot of issues around, attaching thick pieces, and when I was watching various videos, especially Jennifer McGuire one, I've heard that this one works really well in terms of attaching, quite bulky pieces onto your page, and yeah, and it's been working really well for me. Now I am moving on to the next side, the other side of this page, and I have this 4x6 card here, which is from the Elliott Woods kit as well. Now I'm just writing out my journaling, and just in case this is your first time watching my December Daily 2017 video, I write up, like, I wrote my journaling, I typed up my journaling on my phone during December, largely because I know that I'm going to forget, and so that's why I have been kind of typing it up. And now I'm just kind of writing this out. Now in terms of the pen I'm using here is I think it's called the Precision pen, and this is from American Crafts. You can also get the Project Life one as well. I think that this one might be the Project Life one, the Baker Higgins Project Life one. I like the 03 pen. You can get, I believe, 05 as well as 08, and they last a long time, just in case you wonder. The tip of it actually can be a bit temperamental, so if you wrote it, if you kind of write really hard on it, I think sometimes it can get blunt really easily and the ink doesn't want to come out. But for me, it's been working really well. That pen probably lasted me, usually about a couple of months at least. So that has been, it's pretty great value. I believe you can get them in a pack as well, just in case you are interested in that. Now, I am moving on to just working out what I'm going to do for the back of this card here. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of trim this piece here because I want to attach it essentially to the back of this photo. And now I am just trimming that a little bit, working out, because I print out my photos using the Canon Selfie. The paper itself is slightly smaller than the 4x6, as you would get it when you print normally. So you know, it's kind of when you put it in a pocket, you'll see that it's actually often a little bit small. But for me, I think it's been working relatively well. The convenience and the convenience, especially from being able to just kind of, you know, refill my, you know, the paper. Everything comes in one piece and essentially one box. I don't have to buy various ink cartridges and those kind of things. It's been working really well. And also, I reckon the price is pretty good as well for us. I tend to print my photos as I go. So in terms of like the project, you know, I print a project usually at once, but I really value the convenience. You know, I tend to get back from work quite late. So it's one of those things that, you know, if I don't have the facilities at home, I probably would not be scrapping as much. And so now I'm just kind of putting this piece here, which is a cardstock from the Hip Kit Club, the December 2017 one. I had a bit of issue there with the glue not kind of got stuck, so I think no, it was just ran out of glue. So now I'm just kind of going away to kind of refill that, and then now I'm just attaching that piece there. And my plan is not to put this piece here into the photo, into the pocket, the plastic pocket. So I am just thinking whether I want to use a tab here and which tab do I want to use. I am not going to use a tab as per usual in terms of putting the edge of, you know, the outside edge. I'm using the tab as being kind of just to break the eye a little bit, just on the right side, as you can see there. And now I am working out where I want to punch the hole. I've got that hole punch on eBay just in case you're interested. It punches 6 holes and works quite well for Ali Edwards' kind of December daily albums, as well as various other albums from, you know, Sue Calico in general. And now I'm just thinking, I feel like it's a bit too bland on the left. There's kind of, it doesn't have that break that I needed for, like, you know, that I wanted, and I do have for the other side of that piece. But I feel like that strip is a bit too wide, so I'm just cutting that down. Now just thinking, is it still too wide? It's one of those things that I want to have enough room for, like, you know, for the red piece to show, so not to cover it too much, but also not kind of going too close to the holes. And now I'm thinking, I want to attach something to that photo, just the top right. I feel like there's a bit of a kind of, you know, background space that I could go without, and thinking which one do I want to use. That piece looks, you know, it looks relatively big, but I think the red works really well. So I am going to use the red tape here. I believe Ali would said that, you know, this red tape is the best for using with this kind of rubber piece. So that is why I am using this. So that red piece also is actually from the Ali Edwards main kit there. So that is it, you guys. So now I'm going to move on to day 10. So for day 10, the story is going to be on this pudding here. So every year we buy a Christmas pudding from, you know, from a supermarket, and it's one of those products that is so, like, it's I'm surprised how cheap it was, and it was so delicious, and we do that every year. And we don't really eat it normally, Christmas pudding. Not the I'm not the biggest fan of dried fruit, but I think once a year, I think it's pretty fun. And Andrew, my partner, also made some custard with it. So homemade custard is one of my favorite things. So there you go. So this is what we got. So, and that is going to be the story of today. So I saved the box, so the box that it came in, and now I'm just kind of trimming that to fit a 4x6 size, and I'm just kind of slowly trimming that, and the next thing I did was to use my acid-free spray to spray on it. So that's a Krylon acid-free, make it acid-free spray, and I tend to do that for any packaging, any paper that I didn't get from the scrapbooking store or the specifically scrapbooking lighter, because I didn't want it to fade. Now it's been working relatively well, and yeah. The next thing I am going to do here is I'm thinking I want to add the number 11 onto that box there, but I am not sure what, which piece I want to use. So I'm just kind of going through a bunch of things, and I decided to go with this red number here, which came in the December Daily kit. And actually it might have been an extra piece that I bought. The wooden piece there is actually from the December Daily kit, and also that 3x4, the 3x4 transparency piece there as well. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I want to write directly onto that photo, and I'm using this white pen here, and I'm just kind of trying to get the ink to come out. Just writing onto a spare piece. So the pen I'm using here is a pocket pen. I saw Ali Edwards did a review on it, and most of the time it works relatively well. As you can see there, it's a little bit, not showing up that well, but it possibly was that one that I actually was using. So when I was using another pen, it was working better. So here are some close-up, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me again today, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!